Good morning, welcome to this week's update. Where do I start? It's been a busy week. I was doing a demonstration for the local woodworking, wood turning group last night, and it's quite difficult to do. It's always for the boxes if I do demonstration, and it's quite difficult to show somebody how to make the boxes. It's a lot easier through the YouTube channel because you can do time-lapse and stuff. But I went in and I made, I'll quickly lift this up and show you. I completely cut this box out, including making the drawers, and I showed them how I do the handles and stuff like that. So so I did that last night. I was very pleased. It went very well. I'm always quite nervous when I do stuff like that. I'm not a natural speaker really. I speak to this little black camera, and I think it surprises people how much I do speak to it. But yeah, so that was good. I enjoyed that yesterday. Been busy making the little ring boxes. You would have seen the project last week, obviously. I'm now making longer ones that I can put a pendant, the matching pendants in. Some of them have matching pendants and some of them don't. But for the ones that do, I wanted to make boxes for those as well. A little bit more complicated when it comes to that, because I find the Forstner bits are just too big to be using, and there's a lot of force on the wood, and so I'm just doing that just now. I've got 3 boxes in the making. That one that I just showed you, I've also got exactly the same one, which I'm making, so I have to finish that off today. And I also have a floating tree one. I'll just give you that's the stem for this one, and then it holds little boxes like this in each of those stems. I've got that one going as well at the minute. I need to get some more of that done today. Also continuing with resin and rings. Been making some more blanks, done those, and that's some broken wood ones. The broken wood, I was saying, I think I said it in last week, so I was struggling to actually snap pieces of wood, because this is the wood and it's a ½ an inch thick, and these are just over an inch across, and to snap that piece of wood is unbelievably difficult. I've stamped on them, I've hammered them, I've done everything with them. I've tried putting them underneath something and wedging them up, but I don't have the strength to break them, and to be honest I don't know who would. And then by the time you break the one, you've had enough and that's it, you put it away. Well, I did see somebody on YouTube who used a vise, and I had a vise and tried it, but it was just too small. It was only across about 3 inches. I've managed to get hold of a metal vise now, and managed to get loads of bits of wood done yesterday. So I've been busy breaking these bits down. These will be cast into resin now. Well, that bit won't be. So yeah, so I think I found a way around that so that I can get some more of those done. So I was doing that as well this week. And I also, did I say to you, I was going to be drying some flowers and try and cast in the flowers. I did the first lot, and I did those in the polyester resin, and they just didn't hold at all. It just was a disaster really. It seemed to drag in all the air around the flower, so they were a complete disaster. But yesterday I thought, right, I'll try it again, but using the Alumilite. And let me put the glasses on. This is what I've come up with. It wasn't the best little flowers I had to put in it, but this will be 3 rings, and I shall put the ring hole just down below each one here. And obviously by the time, let me get this is a rough size, by the time I get the rough size on there, yeah, I don't know if you could see that actually. It was I'll put the ring bits through here. I'll do 3 in this, and then by the time the ring's cut down, these, although look very small in it, they will be quite big in the centre of there. So, and they've come out perfectly. And when I got the burrs, I actually used a CA glue to glue those in place, because if I didn't do that, the minute you pour the resin, they would just float to the top. So I CA glued, and I didn't know if that would cause, because I CA glued with the polyester, but it left like a white ring around the flower. So I CA glued it, left it for a little while, and then I mixed up the resin, and before I poured the resin on, I actually just took a little brush and I painted round the bottoms of the flowers and along the wood. And I don't know if that made a difference, but I certainly do not have any air or any marking of where the CA glue was, so I should definitely keep doing that, because I think it worked anyway. So yeah, so I shall get those 3 rings, and once I've done those I'll show you what they look like, because it would be nice to make some rings with little flowers in it, especially using the burrs. So what else have I been up to? Not a lot really. Today I need to get the workshop sorted out. I've actually just tidied enough space, because I take my bandsaw when I go to a demonstration, so I needed to get that back in the workshop and get it in place and that. And then I just basically dropped it. It was late last night when I got back, and I just dropped everything, so I had to come in here today and tidy up. So not sure what this week's project's going to be for you yet, because obviously I'm working a week behind. I need to finish off some of this stuff in here today, and I did think about doing a time lapse of just the day in the shed, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to do this week's project today. I'm going to wait until next week when it will be due for going out. So it will be a small project, whatever it is, and it will probably go out later on at the weekend probably, which will just be a few days after this really. So that's it. So it's been, like I say, really busy, just trying to get stuff finished and tidied up, and then need to think about some new projects. Couple of bits on the lathe I may be doing over the next couple of weeks. After this next long stretch of nights, I have an interview, so I need to knuckle down and get some work done on that for a different job, and then I am on holiday, so I'm hoping to get a few bits and pieces done then. I might actually start another big box, one that I haven't done before, and I maybe do a time-lapse filming that for you. So that's it. That's me for today. Don't have a lot of bits that I need to get done, but I don't have a lot to tell yourselves. I hope you're keeping an eye on the updates for the Maker Central. He's continuing to get more people involved in that, which is just great, but it'll be the scramble to try and get tickets for it, I would say. So anyway, that's it. Hope you're having a good week. Hope you're enjoying whatever you're up to, and I shall see you next week.